So we talked about the engineers and their role, and I think a lot of us watching understand the engineer and their role in designing AI. What happens when we inject a social science person into this equation? And what should that look like? Where are they injected? What do they do? What's their responsibility?
Okay, so I think that if I break AI into pieces, there's three main pieces of AI. There's or four main pieces. Let's say let's do four. So there's a large language model, building that out, creating all those algorithms, all that stuff. Definitely need top-notch AI experts. They're all technical, right? I can't build a large language model. The second piece is a small language model. The small language model is a subset of data, and it uses the engine from the large language model. That's where you start bringing in your social scientists, because what kind of data do you want to put in the small language model? That's where the AI is going to be pulling the information from first. Then it's going to go to the large language model if you can't find it in the small.
Oh,
That's how you mitigate hallucination and bias. That's how you control for culture and sentiment. So that's the first piece of it. Then
can I see if I
system,
understand that properly?
yeah,
And then
go ahead.
I'll have you go into the second piece. So you have your large language model that's kind of on the back end that your small language model can access. And then you take your social scientist and you engage that social scientist to optimize the niche or specific language model that can then access a large language model if what they're dealing with isn't sufficient. So having the social scientists engage with the point at which the human is going to be directly engaging with most allows for that interaction between, it's almost like layers on an operating system. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
exactly. It is layers and operating system, and we're trying to create a graphic for it, and then finally, I just told my graphic team it can't be a still graphic. It has to be an interactive graphic. You got to see, yes, the objects in the graphic needs to move, because unless it's moving, it's not going to work. So the data in the small language model is where the AI now starts to become more customized. That's where the power is, and and that's where you start getting the social scientists so that they can help you determine what kinds of data you want to put in there to support your brand, support the culture, ensure that the people are having accurate information. Then the next place is, let's take prompt engineering. So let's break prompt engineering into two. There's a system prompt, where an example of a system prompt is you are uh, an art history expert with over 30 years experience, and you are specialized in Renaissance period, and you know how to evaluate Renaissance pieces, and you can so forth, so forth. That's the system prompt. You write that once. You
Mm.
don't want to have to write that over and over and over and over. That is the most powerful piece of the AI, because that tells the AI how to behave. Again, that's what social scientists can do very well, because it's not writing series of code. It's writing in natural language in a way that directs the AI so that the AI dances the way you want it to dance when you want it to dance. And that's where social scientists are the most important. And if you go back to videos from OpenAI, YouTube in 2021, 2022, you'll hear them talk about creative writers being important, librarians being important, um, psychologists being important. Creative writers important because you need to be able to write well to get the AI to dance the way you want to dance. Librarians are important because you need to be able to catalog the data in a way that is doesn't conflict with each other. Um, and what is, psychologists are important because you what just happened here. Psychologists
A little
are
flash.
important because you need you want the AI to have a human like feel to it, and that's what psychologists can do. Psychologists help humans be more humans, so naturally can help AI be more human. And so that's where it is. And then the last piece, just to finish this, is the end user prompt. So now I can just say to it, hey, tell me the most expensive art piece from 1592. It knows 1592 was part of the Renaissance period. Boom, 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 boom. Here, it's only giving me Renaissance paintings and artwork.
Right.
I don't have to sit there and learn how to do that prompt. I just need to talk to it like I would talk to it, like how you and I are talking right now, and it's
Mhm.
responding.